Hello, my name is Bombeasty and today I'll be showing you how to build a flying machine in Minecraft. So the first thing you'll need is 2 sticky pistons, 4 honey blocks or slime blocks. It depends, it's whatever you choose. You need 2 observers and a stack, I would say, or whatever, however you want, how many you want, of an immovable object. For this example, I'm going to use obsidian. I suggest, before building your flying machine, to go a couple blocks in the air, so that if you're doing normal terrain, that it doesn't run into any mountains and destroy the machine completely. This is the simplest flying machine design there is. All you'll need is to place an observer like this and a piston in front of the observer like this. So the observer should be giving power to the sticky piston. Then you place 2 of your slime or honey blocks like this, so that the design looks along the lines of this. So you should have observer, sticky piston, and the sticky piston should be facing the 2 honey blocks in this fashion. Then you want to do the exact same thing you just did, but backwards. So unlike this, you put your observer here, your sticky piston here, and your 2 honey blocks. Now let me just give myself a reasonable distance to showcase how this machine would work. Now if I break this obsidian, it will trigger this observer and it will send me over to that platform over there. Now as you can see, it's fully functioning and it works completely well. But let's say, unlike me, you're not using honey blocks and you're using slime blocks, you'll realise that it actually doesn't stick to you. You have to move along with it. Well, there's a way to fix that. So let's say I'm not using honey blocks, and in fact I'm using my slime blocks. Now what I would do instead is I'd place like the honey blocks I did before. As you can see, if I do the flying machine, it doesn't catch up with me. I have to walk along with it, which if you want to AFK on a flying machine isn't a good thing. So the best way to get around that is to build a barrier like this on either end of your flying machine, so that, let's say when you activate it, let's see if I can catch up with it, it will bounce you back and forth like this, and so you can AFK on the flying machine. Also, that also means that you probably want to find a different way to trigger the flying machine, as it can be quite hard in survival mode to get back onto the flying machine if you're just breaking a block. What I suggest is a lever or a trapdoor. If you're using honey blocks, a trapdoor is a really good choice, as if, let's say you're using honey blocks real quick, if you're using honey blocks, then you can just put the trapdoor here, and it will also trigger every time you open or close the trapdoor. All I would have to do is hit the trapdoor and it would activate the observer. This is the best way to do things with honey blocks. On the other end though, if you're using slime blocks and you can't really go off the edge like that, you might want to use a redstone lever circuit, some more wiring, so you do something like this, where you'd make it so if you pressed a lever, it would immediately activate a redstone circuit, which would probably be the best thing for you to do. So if you did something along the lines of this, then all you'd have to do is press. So all I would have to do is just flick this lever and it would move me over to my next side, something along the lines of this. Anyway, that is the basics of flying machines in Minecraft. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll hopefully see you soon in another tutorial. Goodbye.